Now, so far 2020 has been a pretty damn good year for budget-friendly smartphones, but Big Daddy of the bunch Xiaomi is back to take on the Realme 6s and the Motorola G8s with its Redmi Note 9 Pro to be hitting UK stores this June from 249 quid. Now, I'm going to be fully reviewing the Redmi Note 9 Pro, but for now let's get it unboxed and take a full-on tour of all the hardware and the software so you know exactly what to expect if you're tempted to grab one yourself. And for more than the latest greatest tech, please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers. So you'll be able to grab the Redmi Note 9 Pro here in the UK in two different SKUs. You've got the 64GB base model that'll be available for 249 quid from June the 8th. This here though is the 128GB storage model. That'll be available from June the 19th for 269. So only a dinky little step up in price. You'll be able to grab it from Amazon straight away and then later from me.com as well. And I've just got to say, I noticed this on the side of the box as well. Redmi Note 9 Pro with easy access to the Google apps you use most. I wonder if that's a cheeky little dig at the Huawei and the Honors. So first of all, let's just have a quick gander inside the box and see exactly what you get. So there's the actual Redmi Note 9 Pro in all of its lovely glory. And it looks like, as usual, you get, yes indeed, a nifty little condom case in order to keep your lovely Note 9 Pro protected from all of the elements. And look at that, it's a sexy tinted affair as well, very snazzy. Bit of pokey pin action, natch. And then underneath this little flappy bit, just your Type-C USB cable, and I've got a 2-pin European adapter because it's a European review sample, but if you buy it here in the UK, you should get your 3-pin plug. And that was nice and easy, so now let's actually check out the phone itself, and there's just a few little spoilers there, some of the awesome specs and features packed inside this budget handset. And there you have it, the delightfully shiny Redmi Note 9 Pro. Now it's actually constructed from Gorilla Glass 5 back as well as front, so hopefully it should prove nice and rugged, won't get scratched up even if you don't slap on the old condom case. It's a reflective mirror-like finish, but it's actually a distorted reflection as well in this funky sort of surreal manner. It's almost like staring at yourself in a mirror through a haze of smoke. I kind of feel like I'm watching a Cheech and Chong film or something. Now here in the UK, you'll be able to grab the base 64GB model of the Redmi Note 9 Pro in 3 different colours. You've got Glacier White, the slightly more vibrant tropical green, otherwise this slightly funky Interstellar Grey, which is actually more of a silvery blue to my eyes. However, if you pick up this 128GB model for 20 quid more, you'll only have a choice of one colour, so not really a choice at all, Interstellar Grey. It's a bit of a shame you don't have those other options, but as I say, I do find it rather fetching. There's quite a big square camera grille there on the back of the Redmi Note 9 Pro, as you can see there, and it does jut somewhat from the surface of the smartphone as well. But the good news is those camera lenses have apparently also been covered in Gorilla Glass 5 to help keep them scratch proof, and apparently the whole phone has been treated by P2i as well to make it more durable as well as splash resistant. The rest of the phone is pretty straightforward stuff as well. You've got a bit of Type-C USB down below next to Huzzah, a headphone jack. Here on the right edge you've got a fingerprint sensor which is actually built into the power button. SIM tray is around the other edge, and up top it looks like you even get an IR blaster. So now let's see, hopefully, yes, we've got some power in there already, so let's have a good old tour of the rest of the hardware and the software. So that screen's already getting a little bit greasy. Hopefully the back end won't get too scuffed up, although it's starting to get a little bit marked right there. Yeah, sorry, that's my sweaty palms. And so there we are, the Redmi Note 9 Pro is all set up, and we are into MiUI 11. Xiaomi's launch, which sits nicely on top of Android 10. Now MiUI is definitely one of those Android launches that has its quirks, shall we say, little things like ads popping up when you're trying to install an app, stuff like that, but it's becoming increasingly less intrusive. You've got the likes of the Google Discover feed now, and with MiUI 12 it also introduces an apps tray as well, which unfortunately you don't get right here now in MiUI 11. And apparently the Redmi Note 9 Pro will be getting MiUI 12 around summertime, although we don't have a precise kind of rollout schedule for it just yet. If we dive on into the MiUI settings menu, one of the better aspects of this launcher is the excellent customization that's on offer. You can tinker and tweak with all kinds of different stuff. You can get rid of the likes of the Google Discover, you can play around with gesture navigation, got all kinds of different themes that you can install, including of course the obligatory freakishly cute cat one. Because the settings menu is a little bit messy, a little bit clunky in places, so some of those settings are buried away, like the likes of the one-handed mode, for instance, some of the storage stuff. Now if you jump on into the special features section, you've got the game turbo on there, which offers all kinds of great gaming features, a bit of performance boost options, stuff like that. And the Redmi Note 9 Pro also sports a bit of dual band Wi-Fi support, and you've got NFC for your contactless payments too. And I've just got to tidy things up a little bit because things do look rather messy in the current form. As you can see, just icons icons everywhere. Going to try and tidy it up with some folder action. Situation is definitely not helped by the fact that you get a lot of pre-installed apps on here, including 3 separate browsers as well. You've got Opera, you've got the MiUI browser, and then of course you've got Google Chrome. You get 5 random games thrown on there, all of which look like direct rip-offs of other stuff you can get on Google Play. Fortunately, you are free to uninstall these, so no big deal. And now that we've got the Redmi 9 Pro all set up, you can see that 6.67-inch IPS beast of a display in all of its glory. The Note 9 Pro definitely feels like quite a wide handset when you're clutching it. I guess that's because I've been playing with a lot of phones recently, such as the TCL 10 Pro, the likes of the Motorola Edge, where the screen actually curves around the sides of the smartphone, as you do of course have those thick bezels left and right here on the Note 9 Pro. The actual display itself looks like a bit of a winner. It's a full HD resolution panel, so 2400 by 1080, so as you can see, they're nice crisp images when you're watching back a movie or a TV show. You've got pleasingly punchy colours there as well, and you can actually mess around with the colour output and the display settings if you so wish anyway. But yeah, definitely for a budget blow, it looks like it'll be spot on for your bit of media action. Like also only a dinky little pinhole camera up here. Sadly, it is centrally positioned. I prefer when it's kind of wedged off in a corner because it's less intrusive, less obvious then. But you know what? That looks like pretty impressive stuff. Sadly, you don't get built-in stereo speakers here on the Redmi Note 9 Pro, unlike some rivals around this price point like the Moto G8, the Oppo A9 2020. It's just a single mono blaster down below. However, you do at least get that headphone jack so you can plug in, and you got full Bluetooth 5 support as well if you want to go wireless. Now, it's really good news on the performance front here on the Redmi Note 9 Pro, because you've got a Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G chipset running the show, and that's backed by 6GB of DDR4 RAM. So as you can see, apps basically loads in a heartbeat, no problem whatsoever. Everything's definitely been silky smooth so far, and of course that 720G has been built with an emphasis on gaming and entertainment. So for media streaming, gaming, like PubG Mobile and stuff, should play absolutely fine. For any benchmark enthusiasts out there, that's the Geekbench 5 scores when I just ran it. Definitely very good results indeed for a budget blower. And fingers crossed, it should be more good news as far as the battery life is concerned as well, because the Redmi Note 9 Pro sports a 5020 milliamp cell, so hopefully that should be big enough to keep you going all day long. You've got a bit of battery saver mode of course, and you can actually see what is sapping the power as well if you are finding that you're draining a little bit too fast. And it's 30-watt fast charging, so pretty damn good for this price point. As I mentioned before, you've got a choice of 64 or 128 gigs of storage, so plenty of space for your media and apps and such forth. But if you do need to expand, does take micro SD memory cards as well, and the good news is that memory card slot is separate from your dual SIM slots too. Lovely stuff. So now onto the camera tech, and here on the back of the Redmi Note 9 Pro, you've got a quad lens setup. You've got a 64 megapixel primary lens using Samsung's GM2 sensor, backed by an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, a 5 megapixel macro lens, and a basic 2 megapixel depth sensor. And today, for testing out the camera tech, we very kindly got Elsa modeling for us. Thank you very much, Elsa. Unfortunately, seems to have already had a few, so I've had to prop her up against the pot plant. And basically, if you've used a Xiaomi smartphone before, you'll be right at home here. It is quite a feature-packed affair, shall we say. Lots of different toggles and things like that to play around with. You've got the usual AI mode, which basically is a form of scene recognition. Again, it can boost colours if you're shooting a nice bit of greenery, things like that. Got your HDR up top as well. We'll slap that on auto to help deal with those high contrast scenes. And of course, you've got all of the obligatory filters and beauty gubbins as well if you want to play around with that. I'm just going to leave that knocked off, I think. You can change up the viewpoint at any time with a quick tap of these little icons down here. So that switches to the ultra wide angle lens. Otherwise, if you tap here, it swaps you to a 2x digital zoom. Of course, there is no telephoto lens here on the Redmi Note 9 Pro. That might be an ask too much. And you've got the usual variety of bonus modes to play around with as well, including the likes of a portrait mode to get a nice bokeh style effect. You also have a dedicated night mode for those low light shots. You've got panorama mode, good old pro mode as well if you want full manual controls to mess about with. And when it comes to the video, you can shoot at a variety of resolutions. It's at 1080p 30 frames per second by default. But you can easily swap that up to 1080 at 60 fps or maximum 4K at 30 fps. And you can also shoot video using that ultra wide angle lens as well, but you'll have to drop it to full HD for that. It doesn't support 4K, of course. And if you think that's it, well, no, we're not done yet, because you can also tap up here and access even more bonus modes, hooray, including the obligatory macro mode, of course, using that macro lens. You've got the usual Google lens, bit of document scanning action, all the usual shenanigans. And then finally, if we swap around to that front-facing camera, it's a 16 megapixel selfie shooter, and you've got support for the likes of the portrait mode and everything as usual right there. You've got that good old AI mode again, a good bit of HDR action, and it looks like, of course, the obligatory beauty mode stuff has translated over to the selfie cam as well. Let's boost my eye size all the way up to anime crazy levels, and there I am, fully beautified. What a stunner. And there you have it. That in a nutshell is the Redmi Note 9 Pro. So as I say, going on sale later in June from £249 here in the UK. This model here is 269 with that extra storage. Definitely so far very impressed with the specs and features on board for that price point. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. Stay tuned for my in-depth review and have yourselves a lovely week, people. Cheers everyone. Love you.